Hey everyone, for today's class we're going to be using 2 blocks for our core engagement in the beginning. If you do not have yoga blocks, no worries, you can do the same movements without the blocks. I've done them both with and without the blocks, both are challenging. So these 2 blocks you'll want at the back end of your yoga mat so you can grab them from lying down. And then these couple new core exercises that we're going to be exploring are specific for your inversions and arm balances. So the engagement of your center to help you while you're upside down. With that though, we'll start in Shavasana whenever you're ready. So go ahead and lie back, get comfortable. Again, make sure your 2 yoga blocks or even 1 yoga block, you can use 1 if you want to, is at the back end of your yoga mat. And just find a comfortable landing spot where you can begin to connect to your breath. And start to feel the rise of every inhale. And the slow release of each exhale. And as you establish that connection to your breath, your internal rhythm of inhale in, a slow exhale out. And allow your awareness to shift into this moment right here, right now. Feel everything beyond your body and beyond your breath. Take a back seat. Allow an intention to move into the forefront. Your personal focus point for your flow today. An intention unique to you, connected to your heart's desire for your practice in this moment. So what is your heart requesting from your yoga? What do you hope to receive from these 60 minutes on your mat? Beyond just the physical strengthening and lengthening of your body, your breath. Holding that intention, your heart space, right at the forefront of your awareness. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, release. And try to keep your breath and that focus point, that intention at the forefront. Take a deep breath in as you find a full body stretch. Reach your hands up overhead. And exhale, bring your knees into your chest. Let your thighs in close. And take both hands over to your right shin. Extend your left leg out and down. So your left leg goes long, draw your right thigh in a little bit tighter. Take a big breath in. And exhale to twist, right leg tips across your body to the left. So your right shoulder drops heavy, take 2 cycles of breath. And you make your way back to center, just a simple switch. Bring your left knee in and send your right leg long. Take an inhale. And supine twist as you exhale. Need 2 more steady breaths here. As you round out that second breath, Begin to come back to center. Draw your knees in. Find length in your spine, and then place your feet to the earth for a bridge pose. So heels stack below your knees. Take your fingertips to the sky, elbows to the earth, triceps to the earth. So you have that 90-degree bend through your arms. And push down and lift through your hips. Just take a moment here. If you need to adjust your stance at all, you can always move your feet around. Get a really firm foundation between your feet and the backs of your arms. Press the earth away. Feel your collarbones spread wide. And then drag your heels gently towards the back of your heart. Navel pulls to your spine. So allow this to open up your heart and the front body. And then also activate your back body so your glutes and hamstrings are strong. Your core is strong to support your low back, your lumbar spine. And then your breath is moving nice and steady. Take one more breath in. And exhale, slowly lower down. Windshield up your knees a little bit from side to side. Maybe take a big breath in through your nose. And open mouth, exhale, release. And start to bring your knees into your chest. So this is where we're going to use our blocks. If you're working with one block, you're going to take that block in between your thighs, the narrow setting. Yes? If you're working with two blocks, the second block is going to go behind your knees, so in between your calves and your hamstrings. You might need to adjust so you can get both blocks wedged in tight. So I have my block between my thighs, a little bit more at my knees actually, and then I wedge the second block between my calves and hamstrings. If you're not working with blocks, you just hug your thighs really tight to center and your calves tight to your hamstrings. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our front ribs and pull them in. So take a big breath in. Exhale, front ribs together to knit. Draw your belly to your spine. Keep breathing. Keep your low back anchored to the earth. Reach your hands to the sky and lift your shoulder blades away from the earth, but keep your skull grounded. And then with an in-breath, keep your hands high, keep your low back anchored, belly to spine. Start to tap your toes towards the earth. Squeeze your blocks. And your exhale, squeeze and lift back to your starting point. Maybe lift your hips off the earth, ease right into your chest. And two more so inhale. Shoulders are lifted, head and low back are anchored, toes tap. Exhale, knees in. Maybe lift through your hips. Then one more time, inhale to tap. And exhale, low back stays anchored. Maybe hips lift. And you can do the same thing or start to lift through your head and shoulders. So inhale to tap. Exhale, knees to chest. Maybe lift your hips. And inhale, toes to tap, squeeze to center. Exhale, curl. And one more here, inhale to tap. Squeeze your blocks if you have them. Exhale, everything pulls up and in. And release, relax. Interlace your hands behind your head. You're going to take that block out from behind your thighs, so the one that's wedged between calves and hamstrings. Set that aside. Keep the block between your thighs. Inhale, lengthen through your legs, maybe flex through your heels. Exhale, knees in, elbows to your thighs. Maybe lift your hips. And inhale, lengthen up. Exhale to center. One more inhale to lengthen. Exhale to center. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knees in, right elbow towards your left thigh. Good, inhale to lengthen. Left elbow towards the outside of your right thigh. Then inhale to extend. Exhale to switch. Inhale, extend. Exhale, switch. One more time, each side, squeeze your block if you have it, or zip your legs really tight together. Then inhale and exhale. Release, relax, set your second block aside. Modified happy baby, hands to your shins, open your knees wide. Get nice and generous. Inhale through your nose. And then exhale, let it go. Okay, last little core exercise before we rise up. So bring your legs into a 90-degree bend. Just stack above your hip points. So knees stack above your hip points. Legs are zipped together. You're going to reach your hands up and overhead. Draw your shoulders right out of your torso, almost a protraction, but keep your neck long. Take an inhale. Exhale, knit your front ribs together. Pull your belly in. Breathe into your low back. Optional hold here, so just send your legs forward. Keep your back body anchored to the earth. You can always keep a bend through your knees. If you need more, lift your head and shoulders, but keep your low back anchored. Here for 5. Let it be a little shaky for 4. Belly to spine for 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest, release, relax. Deep breath in, and exhale, let it go. And let's find our way up into a child's pose. So you can rock and roll forward and back, or just tip to your left or right. Take your hands out in front of you, knees wide if that feels okay, big toes to touch. Sink your hips back and down. Bend your forehead to the earth and just take a slow breath here. And start to rise up to your tabletop pose, all fours. So shoulders above wrists, hips above knees, fingers nice and wide. Your wrist creases should be parallel to the top of your mat. And inhale to your cow, lift your heart, lift your tail. And exhale to your cat, curl through your spine, push the earth away. Try to draw your front ribs up and in. Then come through your neutral spine. When you're ready, tuck your toes. Push into your hands, push into your toes, and hover your knees. And try to find that same front body containment as you breathe into the back of your body, to the back of your heart. And one more inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Push the earth away. Then a breath just to be here. Take a moment to settle, check in with your hands again, the integrity of your fingers nice and wide. Palms pressed against the earth to lift your sits bones higher to the sky. And inhale, rise your heels up. On your exhale, roll forward to a high plank pose. And the next breath in, shift forward. Exhale to your belly, elbows go straight back. Untuck your toes. Low cobra, inhale to lift the back of your heart. On your exhale, lower down. And inhale, low cobra. Exhale, hover your hands. And inhale, lift a little higher. And exhale to release. Last round here, take your forearms to the top of your mat. Find your forearm plank. You're going to push the earth away, tuck your toes, and then lift your hips off the earth. And you can always have your knees on the ground for added support. But root down through your forearms, down through your belly. Light up your quads and push into your hands. And one more breath here. We're going to take a forearm side plank next. So bring your left arm parallel to the top of your mat. You can have your feet staggered. Turn all 10 toes to the right. Take your right hand to your right hip. Open your right shoulder. Lift your hips up. Good. Here for 5, Lift your left hip higher for 4, 3, good, 2, and 1. Now just back to the center. Take a big breath in, and breath out. Right forearm goes parallel, second side. Left hand to your hip, feet can be staggered. Open your heart, push the earth away. Just smooth and steady your breath. Check that your right shoulder is above your right elbow. Hips are high. Gonna be here for 5. And for 4, 3, 2. Back to center with 1. Take 1 breath in. Exhale, knees down, hips down. Elbows wide, belly down, Shavasana, just for 1 big breath in. And breath out. And hands by your low ribs, press to your child's pose. So use your triceps, your core, hips to your heels. Take an inhale as you lengthen through your arms. And exhale, sink heavy through your hips. Then downward facing dog, start to shift forward. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Then inhale, rise your heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. You're headed to a forward fold. And let your knees bend, let your belly just fall to your thighs. Head heavy to the earth. Some softness to your knees. For your next breath in, take a halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale, forward fold, release. Then breathe in, reach up tall to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. On your exhale, elbows go wide, goddess your arms. Then inhale to reach. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, we lengthen. And then step your left foot to the back of your mat. So right foot stays forward, left foot steps back. And take an inhale, dip your left knee to hover, cow lunge, stretch your sternum up and away. Press back with your left heel. On your exhale, cat lunge, lengthen through your legs. And from here, bend into your right knee. Hug your right sitting bone back in space. So like plug your right thigh bone into your pelvis, your femur bone that is. And as you press through your feet, inhale to your crescent lunge, rise all the way up. And then on your exhale, just take a moment to settle in. We're going to take an arm variation today. It's a little bit funky. So what you'll do is you'll take your right wrist in front of your left for this side. Fingers are wide, so think like reindeer antlers above your head, elbows wide. Press your elbows wide and back. So you're pushing your wrists together. Use your shoulder blades to scoop your heart up. Your gaze can be forward. If you want to, you can lift your gaze. Then take 1 more inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms, lean forward, stick your fingertips back. And inhale, crescent lunge, rise tall. Exhale, warrior 2, spin open. And feel your feet rooted on the earth. Check out that your back heel is a little bit further back than your back toes. So you can really drive through your heel and light up your outer seat to your left glute. Maybe sink into your lunge a little bit more deeply through the front leg. And then zip up through your center. Grow tall through your spine. And take 1 more breath here. Side lunge to your back leg. So you're going to either find side lunge or skandasana. So all 10 toes can go to the long edge. So you bend your left knee, your booty goes back. Or skandasana, right toes to the sky. Take a breath in, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, low lunge to the back of your mat. Turn all 10 toes to your left. Step into a 3-legged dog. So lift your left leg up and back with your inhale. And knee to nose on your exhale. High plank pose, left foot meets your right. Breath in to shift forward. Lower halfway or all the way. Open your heart up, dog or cobra. Good, and then down dog on your exhale, hips go high. And with the breath in, rise your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Forward fold, step or hop. Take a halfway lift, inhale to lengthen. Lean forward a little bit, and then exhale, forward fold, release. Inhale all the way up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, goddess your arms. Inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale to fold to the earth. Take a halfway lift, breath in. Good, step your right foot to the back of your mat, breath out. Right knee hovers, cow lunge on your inhale. Squeeze your right seat. Exhale to your cat lunge, lengthen both your legs. And when you're ready, bend into your left knee. So then you want to hug your left thigh bone into your pelvis, so it's like your left hip is pulling back. Right hip's gonna hug forward. Squeeze an imaginary block and rise up to your crescent lunge. Big breath in. Take a moment to settle here. So think front line strong. That scissor action continues to move into your pelvis. And then take your left wrist in front of your right. Fingers go wide. Elbows press back. Scoop your heart up. Think about lifting through your chest. Maybe look up if that feels okay. Big breath in. Good. Airplane arms lean forward as you breathe out. Crescent lunge with your inhale, rise up tall. Warrior two on your exhale, spiral open. Adjust your feet. And notice if your front knee has dipped into the center line. You're going to use your left glute to encourage your left knee nice and wide. So maybe you can even see your left big toe on the inside of your left knee. Shoulders are square to the long edge of your mat, but look forward if that feels okay through your neck. Your shoulders slide down. Then take another breath here. Side lunge or skandasana, bend into your right knee. So when you're either going side lunge or all the way down to skandasana. Nice deep inhale as you lengthen your spine. Strong inner thighs, exhale to the top of your mat. You're gonna go to the right. Then push the earth away. Three-legged dog, lift your right leg up high with your breath in. Knee to nose, exhale to shift. High plank pose, breath in. Vinyasa or down dog. So exhale takes you through whatever transition you want to take. Or just back to downward facing dog if that feels best. Then big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, release. Your inhale, lift your heels high. Exhale, bend your knees, travel to the top. Halfway lift, breath in. Step your left foot to the back of your mat, breath out. Push through your feet, crescent lunge as your inhale. Good, this time airplane your arms first with your exhale. Right wrist goes in front of your left. Get that diamond above your head as you rise up with breath in. Good, airplane pose as you breathe out, shift forward to fly. So left foot is active, fingers are active, heart reaches forward. Lift through your ears and the back of your skull. You can have a softness through your front leg. Take one more breath in here. A gentle landing to your crescent lunge. Slowly step your left toes back with your breath out. Inhale to lift up through your spine. Warrior two as you exhale, spin open. Reverse your warrior, right thigh stays heavy, reach your right hand high. Good, side angle, lean in, lengthen through your left side, turn your heart open. Good. Reverse your triangle, rise up and out. Side lunge or skandasana, bend your left knee, hands to heart. Option to spread your wings with an inhale. Low lunge to the back of your mat, turn to your left as you exhale. Three-legged dog, lift your left leg to the sky, breath in. Take your left knee to your nose, breath out. One-legged plank, inhale. Good, knee to nose, exhale. High plank pose, step back. Vinyasa or down dog. Then inhale deep. Exhale out completely. Heels lift with your breath in. Bend your knees, travel to the top, breath out. And halfway lift, extend. Step your right toes to the back of your mat. And inhale to lift you, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane arms. Left wrist goes in front, breathe in, lift your heart, diamond your elbows, press your wrists together. Exhale to your airplane pose. Lean forward, push down to fly. Give yourself a moment here. Maybe find out some scissor action with your hips, so contract through your right obliques. Lengthen through your spine. To lengthen your breath to support your body. Provide your body with oxygen here. Crescent lunge, bend slowly. Step back, inhale to rise. Warrior two, your exhale opens you. With a breath in, reverse your warrior. Your exhale, side angle. Push the outside of your right foot. Reverse your triangle, feel your right obliques lift you up. Silent or Skandasana, right knee to bend. Then inhale, spread your wings. Exhale to the right to the top of your mat, low lunge return. Three-legged dog, lift your right leg to the sky with an inhale. Then knee to nose, exhale. One-legged plank, press it back, breath in. These can always be high planks, knee to nose, breath out. High plank, inhale. Vinyasa or down dog. And let your knees drop down. Child's pose, hips to heels. If you prefer more active rest, you could be in down dog, dolphin, or forearm plank. But take 3 really slow breaths here. Then one more breath. Okay, let's start to add in a little bit more. When you're ready, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in together. Open mouth, exhale, feel that release. Rise your heels up high. Bend your knees. Step or hop to the top, forward fold. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. Chair pose, a breath out, sink low through your seat. Press through your heels to lift through your heart and hands. Take an inhale, reach your hip creases back, your hands forward. Exhale, front ribs and belly pull in. Lift your hands a little higher, use your upper back. Then exhale, airplane your arms. Right, lift through your chest. Rise with your left leg, Ekapada Tadasana. Right, figure 4, left ankle on your right thigh, hands to heart center. Shift your pelvis back. And bring your elbows in the direction of your left shin. Take one more breath wherever you are. Then inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, crescent lunge. Take a big step with your left foot to the back of your mat. On your breath in, lift your heart in your hands. Exhale, airplane arms, lean forward. Good, right wrist goes in front as you rise up, elbows wide, inhale. Good, exhale, airplane pose, lean forward to fly. An option for warrior 3. Feel free to send your hands out in front of you with the breath in. We're going through crescent lunge into warrior 2 when you're ready. So step back and peel open. And reverse with an inhale. A side angle on your exhale. Reverse your triangle, press through your right heel to rise. Side lunge, bend your left knee. Spread your wings wide with an inhale. Your low lunge to the back as you exhale, all toes turn. So you find the back, three-legged dog, lift your left leg to the sky, breath in. The left knee to nose, breath out. One-legged plank, inhale. Knee to nose on your exhale. Side plank, right hand is your base. Lift your heart up towards your left thumb. Take a big breath in. Exhale, high plank. Then inhale, shift forward. Now listen, just lower halfway. Press back up. Side plank, second side, left hand is your base. Lift your right hand high. Feel your hips rise, turn your heart open, breath in. High plank pose as you breathe out. This time shift forward. Vinyasa or down dog. And big breath in. Exhale to release. Inhale, heels high. Maybe step a little closer, bend your knees, and step or hop to the top. Halfway lift with your inhale. Chair pose on your exhale. Breathe in to find lift and length. Then breathe out to settle in. Feel your navel pull to your spine. When you're ready, you're going to airplane your arms. Gather your right leg with you to rise. And then figure four, flex and sit, hands to heart. Again, you can stay a little more lifted here. Maybe bring your elbows towards your right shin. Pull your right toes back towards your right shin so you have energy moving through your leg and lengthen your spine. Just smooth out your breath. You're going to push into your left foot, hug to your center line like you have a block to squeeze into. Slowly rise up with that imaginary block. Good crescent lunge, big step back. Your inhale to lift. Airplane your arms as you exhale. Left wrist goes in front of your right, create that diamond above your head, fingers wide like reindeer antlers open. Good, then we fly, airplane pose. Option for warrior three, hands can reach forward. Big breath in. You're moving through your crescent lunge into your warrior two as you breathe out. Reverse your warrior inhale. Good, side angle with your exhale. Reverse your triangle, drive the earth away. Side lunge or skandasana, your right knee to bend. Spread your wings with an inhale. To the top, to the right as you exhale. Three-legged dog, right leg rises. Knee to nose, breath out. One-legged plank, inhale. And knee to nose, exhale. Side plank, left hand is your base. Step your right foot back, lift your right hand high. Take a big breath in. High plank through your center. Shift forward with an inhale. Lower halfway. Press. Side plank, second side, right hand is your base, send your left hand to the sky. The breath in. High plank as you breathe out, slow and controlled. Shift forward. Vinyasa or down dog. Take a nice deep breath in. And open mouth, exhale out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale to bend your knee, open your hip. Take your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And drop your left knee to the earth. Stay here in your lizard lunge. you want to take a twisted monkey, you can bend your left heel to your seat. Reach your right hand back to your left foot. Squeeze your left seat, open your chest wide. Right toes can turn slightly to the right. Take 2 more breaths. As you release your back leg, you're going to bring both hands to the inside of your right foot again. And then take a wide half split, so right leg goes long. And you can always adjust your placement of your hands. You can always scoot your right foot further forward, lengthen through your spine. And from here, bend into your right knee. Back toes tuck, back knee lift, squeeze your right knee to your right tricep. And then do a little floating half crow. So hug your right heel towards your seat, right knee is hugged to your tricep. 3-legged dog, lift your right leg to the sky. Take a big step forward, right foot to the top of your mat. From here, inhale to your crescent lunge. And on your exhale, airplane your arms. Right hand goes in front, or right wrist in front, elbows wide, fingers wide, breath in. Good, airplane pose, breath out. And bend your right knee. Bring your left leg with you to rise. Figure 4, flex and sit, hands to heart. Good, deep breath in. And then slow breath out. Start to rise up with your left leg. And a little softness in your right knee. You're going to start to draw a big half circle with your left knee into half moon. So think about using your outer left glute strength. Lift and open your knee. Around and around. And bend your right knee. Looking at the earth is really helpful. Go super slow motion, just inch by inch. Press your left heel to the back of your mat. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Turn your left toes open to the left. When you're ready to release, warrior 2, step back light. With your inhale, reverse your warrior. Then exhale, side angle, lean in. Reach your left hand overhead this time, extended side angle. Then circle sweep into a wide-legged forward fold, all 10 toes turn. And then take a deep breath through your nose. Exhale, let it go. Halfway lift as your breath in. Then rotate to your left as you breathe out. Left leg finds the sky, 3-legged dog on your inhale. Then knee to nose on your exhale. 1-legged plank, breath in. Knee to nose, breath out. High plank pose, step back. Inhale, shift forward. Vinyasa or down dog. And with your breath in, lift your left leg to the sky. Bend your knee and open your hip. 3-legged dog, re-extend. Left foot to the outside of your left hand, so use your upper body and core to take a big step forward. Drop your right knee to the earth, and you're in your lizard lunge. Now you can stay here, or if you're heading towards your half, or to your twisted monkey, you're going to turn your left toes maybe to the left. Right hand stays as your base. Bend your right heel to your booty and take a big twist open. Try to reach your sternum in the opposite direction of your tailbone. It's getting extra extension through your spine. And slow down your breath for 2 more cycles. Into our wide half splits, hands go to the inside of your left foot. Release your right foot, and then lengthen your left leg out to find length through your spine as you do so. Maybe pull your heart forward towards the top of your mat. into your left knee when you're ready. Right, back toes tuck, back knee lift, squeeze left knee to your left tricep so much that you can pull your left heel to your seat. Half crow. Three-legged dog, lift your left leg to the sky. Good, step your left foot forward to the top. Crescent lunge, inhale to rise. Exhale, airplane your arms. Breath in takes your left wrist in front of your right. Your breath out is your airplane pose. And then this time we're going to take a slow motion rise, one-legged Tadasana. So bend into your front leg, pull your right knee in, utilize your core to help you rise up. Figure four, flex and sit. Just going to be here for a moment. We're creating openness for our half moon in our right seat. And then giving the left leg a little heads up that it's going to hold our weight even more. When you're ready to make that transition, rise up tall. Keep a little softness in your standing legs so you have room for your stabilizers to catch you. Think about just stepping over like a big puppy gate backwards. Your right booty strength is going to lead the way. Half moon. Look down at the earth. Go inch by inch, really slow. Should keep your right glute active the whole time. Flex your right foot. Right toes turn way open to the right. You can always use a block underneath your left hand. To challenge yourself, you can lift your gaze, yeah. Let your right oblique strong. Your left ribs are wrapping around underneath you as your right shoulder leans back. You're gonna bend really slow into your warrior two. If you have a crash landing, that's okay. Reverse your warrior, breath in. Good, side angle, breath out. Find extension in your side angle, reach your right hand overhead. Circle sweep down into your wide-legged forward fold. Give yourself a breath. And when you're ready, take a little halfway lift. Rotate to your right, low lunge to the top. Three-legged dog, big breath in. Last little core connection, knee to nose, breath out. One-legged plank, keep your shoulders stacked. Good, knee to nose, re-engage. High plank, step back. Vinyasa or down dog, you decide. Exhale, hips to the sky. And then drop your knees down to the earth. Take a seat on your heels, rise up tall with your spine. And with your breath in, circle sweep your hands to the ceiling. Exhale, goddess your arms. Then inhale your hands high. And exhale, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and then round your spine like a cat this time. Push your palms away in the opposite direction of your thoracic spine, so back of your heart presses back. Then inhale through center. And your exhale, bring your forearms together, elbows together. And then as you squeeze your elbows and forearms together, try to lift your elbows up. Use your shoulder blades to press your heart forward. Big breath in. Should be a little shaky, a little quivery, especially if you're really pressing tight to center. Exhale, round that whole unit down. Elbows to your belly. As you raise up, take your right wrist in front of your left, elbows wide like we've been doing. Big breath in. And exhale, forearms together, round to your center. Second side, left wrist in front of your right, breath in. Exhale, forearms together, crunch. Then inhale, lift your forearms up. Exhale, goddess your arms. Good, interlace your hands behind your back. Last little movement here. You can keep your elbows bent and your hands resting on your sacrum and just draw your elbows together to lengthen through your lumbar spine, tailbone to the earth. Maybe lengthen your arms as well. And lift your hands. Option to dive forward, forehead to the ground. Whenever you're ready to rise up, just rise up. Release your arms and we shake it out. Feel free to grab a sip of water if you're thirsty. And scooch forward to the top of your mat. Keep your blocks at the back end of your mat if you have them, if you're using them. Anchor through your feet. Inhale, reach your hands. And exhale, start to slowly lower down. Okay, find your way to a low boat pose. So as your low back comes to the earth, lift your legs. Lift your chest, keep your low back anchored, zip your legs together. Maybe start to reach your hands overhead like we did at the beginning of class. Press your lumbar spine into the earth, big breath in. Exhale, knees to chest. Then place your feet to the earth. If you have a block and are using it, find a supported bridge pose. If you're not using a block, just keep your hips grounded, let your knees knock to center. So if you're using a block, it's either the medium or the low setting underneath your sacrum. So it's like your upper glute area on top of your pelvis, but lower than your low back. Then take one more breath wherever you are. If you're on a block, feel free to stay here. If you're not on a block, you're going to find your way into a bridge pose, so traditional bridge. Right? Press down through your feet, lift through your pelvis. Again, if you want to stay on a block for a more restorative variation, feel free to do so. As you press through your feet, take a big breath in. Exhale, maybe lower down nice and slow. Okay, so we're going to move into one more round here. You have those same options, so hips grounded, lock knees, just to help release and open through your low back. Supported bridge, block beneath your hips. Traditional bridge, or this is your opportunity to go into a wheel pose if you would like to. So we didn't do like a ton of heart opening, just a little bit. So make sure that if you're headed into wheel pose, your body feels open and ready to go there. Those of you staying with your pelvis on the earth, just stay, knock your knees to center. Those of you using a block, lift your hips, slide a block beneath you. If you're not using a block, keep your hips lifted. If you're going to wheel pose, turn your fingertips towards your shoulders. Press down into your hands and feet. Maybe just bring the top of your head to the earth to start. Replace your hands and push the earth away. Imagine like there's a block between your arms to squeeze into. Use the power of your legs to press your heart forward. If you feel like there's compression through your low back, you can rise to your tippy toes. And breathe. And take one more breath wherever you are. Exhale slowly lowers you down. If you lower, just pause for a moment. Try to avoid taking a counter pose or anything. Then bring your knees eventually to your chest. Your knees both tip over to the left into a gentle twist. And then take 3 cycles of breath. Bring your knees to center and take your legs over to the right. Gentle twist second side. If your gaze falls left, just slow down your breath again. Maybe remind yourself of your focus point, your intention. And breathe that deeply into your body. Draw your legs back to center. Allow your feet to land, the soles of your feet to come together, knees open wide. Perhaps you bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. Just feel the rise of your inhale and the rinse away of your exhale. Let your breath deepen here. Until you feel like you're using all of your lung capacity. You feel like each inhale is a full body breath in. Every exhale is that complete breath out. You might decide to stay exactly as you are. If you're ready for Shavasana, go ahead and let your legs go long. Your arms fall beside you. If there's a different shape that you're deciding to rest in today, perfect. Just find that really comfortable position to drop into. Maybe you send your legs up a wall. Maybe you put a little cloth, like a washcloth, or a shirt, or whatever you have across your eyes, just to block out any light. So you can turn inward. Just begin to breathe in and out, more natural pace. So allowing your breath to go towards its organic rhythm. So you check in with the internal environment, that internal landscape of sensation that you've created. Just let yourself sink into the experience of feeling those shifts and changes that have taken place in your body, your breath, your heart, your mind. This final few minutes of your practice devoted to noticing, to the observation of your practice that travels through and creates lasting effect. I think so often we're trying to jump ahead of where we are. But our yoga practice reminds us to be present. There's so much to be working on in this moment right here, right now. So much to be gained from the moment at hand. So allow yourself to be truly present for the next few minutes of practice. You can choose to stay here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, as long as you'd like. Try to give yourself at least 5 though. Closing out class, take a deep breath in through your nose. You fill up all the way to the tops of your lungs. Then open mouth, exhale, release. Yoga offer us a path to compassion. May your practice serve as your teacher, and to lead you in living more authentically and loving more deeply each and every day. And thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.